challenges Japan to smashing.
We've got Boom on defense, we've got Riddle on attack.
Here at
No
Ascension,
raid boss.
against the known quantity that is Boom Esports. They have played so much Lotus. They have been super consistent on this map, and they are playing the most consistent, the meta comp that everyone expects. It's that
Boom
Rage
changed their
versus
comp.
Neon,
They used to
and it's gonna be
play
that
Breach
clash of
and Neon.
styles with the Breach as well here for Riddle Order, so I'm very
Dude,
keen
honestly,
to see how
the
this
Breach
one
Neon
breaks
would have
down.
gone pretty hard, I feel like.
Like it's going to be a main
But,
control. Flashpoint pushes Boom off the line. Haunt
The Riddle,
the
Riddle played this
location
comp
of Soldown
before,
early on.
or not?
Things will slow down. It's going to be an early start here. Ace keeping tabs over on that C-mount position as the Omens have a bit of a standoff, and it looks like Riddle's going to start to group towards this A side of the map.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of information for Boom to work with, so far the stack, they've got to
I really feel like when teams, like if you look at Boom here, when you know you're playing against this comp from Riddle, I have no idea why you play the Killjoy and not a Cypher.
Tell that Famous is thinking about those cane spells.
Since all, yeah.
Soldan's trying to sneak through. There is a good stun, and he managed to take down Shiro, but NC Slasher off of the trades.
Yeah, trades 1-for-1.
I mean, but like you said, that sounds like something probably just teams just aren't even thinking of, right? You just go with what you've done.
You just go on comfort.
Door down. There's a little bit of sound here, Pilsky, and a little bit of a flank too.
If they can get this spike established here, Boom,
This
very
is-
standoffish, but
this turret's
look at
gonna
the
start
position
popping
of
him.
Ace here on the flank behind Heaven.
Flanks on both sides, but the first one that comes through is from Zesby. He will be able to take
A
the
nice
shot
fast
down, but as
retake.
well. Ace trying to
Oh my
wrap
god,
back
they're going
around.
crazy on
Might
this.
not know that
Smoke
he's
over
here.
towards Spike, insta-stick.
Themselves on the spike. A little dark cover in his face though, so trying to wrap around it now.
2 bullets.
Just around
Wow.
the corner. Good little tap from Ace. Looking for the next one.
No way.
Reloads off the haunt in his face. Zesby trying to stay alive.
It's
He
so
needs to
doable,
play.
man.
He needs to go
Oh,
in
it's
now.
less
He's
doable
running out
now.
of
What an
time.
absolute,
Dark cover
what an
out.
absolute flash that
Goes in
was.
for yet another tap.
Yeah, one send it in, other height.
Halfway, but Ace destroyed all the way
Oh, both
into
go
it.
for it.
And unfortunately for Zesby,
This was
not
nice.
letting him
I feel like the
get
only
targets.
thing here from
Riddle with
Boom
the
is you
pistol
gotta,
and
once you
hits it
smoke
off.
that off and you
Really
take
was
map
the ace
control,
in the
I feel like
hole
you
there
gotta
for
try and at
Riddle.
least get it
In on the
half.
back lines
Like the pressure of
was
getting
just
it
the
half
trump
with the
card
fast
they
smoke is
really
just
did
everything.
not expect.
Like the rule,
And Riddle
like
Order
even in Fish
starting off
1-2-3 when the
this
game was
of
fast out, we
beautifully
would
on that
always
attacking
smoke
pistol.
Spike, get half
It was
insta.
something
You
mentioned
should
on the
always be
desk
getting
to pick
half.
up on something
Because then if
Ewok
you tap
was
it again, you
saying.
create a lot of
He thinks
pressure.
Riddle are
Or you can just
fantastic
try and
at
stick it
these
if you
pivot
feel
rounds.
like
They
they're
were
very
so
far
committed
off
into the A side there,
info-wise.
but they were still able
But
to
he
find
pretty
that
much
contingency
insta-tapped this
plan,
and
both
then
with
just wait
Ace
for a
on the
peek.
flank, as well as just being
Maybe
able to
because his
pivot
smoke
so he
wasn't
could able to
great.
break that door down and get into a B
Might be the
after
main
flank.
reason for it.
Not just that too. I mean, off of the spike plant, Ace.
What they got?
3
They're allowed
kills
one
already
death.
Just to start things off.
Huge ace stack here. Spam through the smoke from Shoko.
Damn,
though,
they're
is gonna chip
actually
down the
tanking him through the
numbers.
smoke.
Beautiful read from Riddle Order. Just repelling any chance at this trap play behind the Viper Wall falling out.
They love to try to peek off of it. It's not going to happen today. Ace on the 2 kills. Tie it
Bro,
up,
I
finish
hate
it
that
off.
flash.
Riddle, so strong.
Beautiful, beautiful read there. You could tell their spidey senses were tingling. They could tell that Boom was stacked up behind that Viper Wall. They were not in a rush. They were not going anywhere too fast. They keep their heads screwed on their shoulders firmly, and they make sure that they make it through that anti-eco without too many losses and give themselves a very strong bonus round here.
But that's the thing. I mean, Riddle, they are the ones who picked this map. Clearly, they've done their homework. Boom, there's a lot of game tape to study, especially in that overtime match against DSG.
Yes, 100%. This is the key half as well. 11-1 against Nows for Riddle on their attack.
Last time they played Lotus was May.
You're going to get
And
the
they played it
Siege combo to take that
one
A
more
main
time
control.
before this?
Instant
Oh,
rotations
really?
Back across the map here for Boom, but look at Riddle Order pivoting straight back towards C-Mount. They have the one way to contest with. Fowler goes forward, clears the space, and Soldown now trying to make his way into the site.
They've drawn out that utility, and now all they need to do
What a
is
flash,
to
bro.
overwhelm and
A
pressure
lot.
Zesby.
Neon
The
still sends it.
rotations are here, though.
Wait.
Boom trying to fight back. Soldown
That was gonna say, imagine this guy somehow gets the kill
takes
here.
him down. Then comes the shot from Zesby. Then comes
Yeah,
Hero.
and
Riddle
this is
has
one of
no
the
choice but to
things,
back
like,
off.
They have to go back to
this
plan
comp
B, but
itself,
with
in terms
greatly
of
diminished
the,
numbers now,
I mean,
Quack.
pretty much these
Gotta
two.
shoot their
I
way
know it
out of
isn't a
bad
great example because
situation.
these
The
guys didn't have a
Guardian,
heavy
perfect
setup
weapon
over
to do
towards
it, though.
here. But like
Checking
C
the door
is
as well.
normally on lock when you have a
They find the angle.
Viper.
That's a good
Like when
way
you
to
have the
start
Viper
things off.
Killjoy,
2-on-3.
it's so hard to
They
go
can find
C.
yet another target. Maybe get the spike down. This could work.
Obviously a little bit harder as well when you got the Omen
Even
backer here
with
and
death,
he
can
has
still have
Omen
some
flash.
impact on the round, throwing up that one way, applying some
Yeah, they at
passive
least test
pressure.
C and
Boom
then
now, moving
doesn't
forward,
work.
they need to clear
Famous
this
doesn't
space.
really
The
play
smoke
ranked
goes
at all.
up again
There's a few
off
players
the
like that.
grave.
I think from what I've heard, Leaf is like one of those guys that don't really play ranked as well. They just rather practice
which
loads.
creates a lot of space now for Riddle Order to actually change things up and make their way back towards this B side of the map.
Yeah, you can tell.
Like the same thing as
Boom's game plan
it's like the
right
same
now
thing
is to
as
work
like
with their numbers,
people
going
that
for
don't want to warm up. Right? Some people can just play and not even play like a deathmatch, and then you got other people that want to have like hours of warm up.
They need to take a duel early on here.
Trying to go in for it with
Like
Prowler.
Saya says he wants 3 hours warm up or something mental.
Yatsuka keeps them at bay. Shiro still inside of that little smoke. Yatsuka repositions. They might not have heard this. Ace still.
Dude, imagine he just did a little tap through the smoke there.
That will be huge value for Riddle Order.
Oh.
There goes the first. Not quite the next famous. Going on the offensive now. Yatsuka with great angle. But
Okay, they still did pretty impressive damage though. Like that's a nice
They
bonus.
take some losses, but they are
Slime
staying
Bunny,
alive
thank you so much
here
for the
against
tier
the
1, man.
bonus.
Thank you.
Not
Appreciate
as
that.
clean as they would have wanted it. Riddle
Thanks for the
definitely,
19
even in
months
that
as well,
2-on-4,
long time.
applying a lot of pressure. The Guardians doing a lot of damage there, and still their contingency plans continue to prove effective for
A
them.
lot of B plants here. Yeah, you might be right.
Riddle were able to kind of turn things around
Good,
a
it's
little
good with the
bit.
double
They're
smokes.
getting spiked down.
It's hard to
They
hold B.
managed to keep themselves cool and collected. They still have the crowd
But the good news is that like their retake should be good.
So we'll see if they can continue to string these rounds together. This is the key half for me. Like I said, Riddle had a monstrous attacking half against Nows. Boom were up 9-3 against DSG. Very, very good defensive side. Sees nade combo.
Ooh.
Does a lot of damage to Solder, but he avoids
Yeah,
most of it. He
it
doesn't even
sees
take a
nade,
single point
but-
of damage from the paint shells.
I mean,
Not too bad. A little bit of a chance for Riddle to recover.
It wasn't
in
too
this
bad.
moment. That said, so far we're still.
it wasn't great, but it wasn't too bad.
Tickling the door. See the Viper wall up. Beautiful spam kill through
Yeah.
from Shiro to thin
Dude,
the
that guy
numbers.
wasn't
That's
even
the
spamming,
initiator.
it was his
Hitting
teammate that
the
was
deck, so
spamming,
it's
and
gonna be hard
he
to
goes
get
down
back into
because
the
of it. Nice
Prowlers.
headshot
Door
also.
just had to check. Now it's gonna be Riddle, kind of pinned down behind tree. Shiro
It's
behind
interesting
the
that
poison cloud.
they're doing like the
They're thinking
G2
about
where they
rotating,
save
but
their
they're not
smoke
quite
for
sure
the
if they have to
defense
push
over
through the
towards A.
For a pick. Waiting for a mistake
Like I like
from
the
Boom.
setup from
Eager
Boom
search
with
for
the
information
Omen
with
hard
There's the
C,
one-way. This is
but then you
double
just have the
controller.
Viper.
The value of being able to continue to
Hold
redeploy
A.
these smokes and
Like
reach
team
the site.
struggle
How are
against
they
this.
gonna work against NC Slasher with this heaven angle though? So much vision. If they take down Shiro, that might be a little bit more space.
Yeah,
to
I mean
work
they were
with.
pretty
James
patient with this,
trying to
and this
get
guy's
off
just
time, but
walking
Kaide
out
has
here
to calm
without
down. And that's gonna be NC Slasher, that heaven angle that I was
facing
talking
away
about.
from the
Double
smoke,
kill,
so they see him
Kaide
so
just moves
early.
through.
Another
With that-
tense 2-on-2.
Yeah, there's normally why you got to
Reserves a
turn
little
into
bit
the
of space
smoke.
to
If
work
you
with,
see that from the
trying to
other
get
guy's
through drop
POV,
down.
he sees him
Kaide
so
putting that plan
early.
down. 1 kill off the ult now.
Gotta watch these angles. Berserks, he's trying to pull a sneaky one. Solar might have been spotted out by Ace though, so just trying to lock down this angle. Here comes the smoke from Zespi.
Oh, he missed his one way.
Riddle trying to keep themselves steady, trying to keep themselves tucked away. They know they have the advantage of the spike. They're waiting for that tap. A little bit of utility on the other side as
Damn,
well.
the timing on that
Ooh,
is
off the top, the
outrageous.
swing from Kaede, and then Ace to
The
take down
timing on that
Berserks.
is outrageous.
That is what's been an ultimate strength for Riddle Order throughout
It was
this
kind of nice
entire
though, right? I'm
tournament.
pretty sure it was off the fact that the smoke was going over towards here.
So
He knows that at least they're probably going to be facing where the smoke is fading, instead of where the smoke is up.
Was highlighted
pretty
as
nice.
a key player here, but even Kaide has had monstrous games. We saw some beautiful multi-frags from JoJo in that series, and already Boom, a map that
Yeah,
they played
it's an
time
easy
and
one
time
without
again.
10
They've got
anyway.
so many reps in officials on this map. This should be very comfortable for them. They're being put under a lot of pressure.
That's the darndest thing. I mean, you're thinking about Boom, and they have the core. They have been here before. They're doing so much, but still, Riddle.
They're not doing a lot, on the other hand. They're taking things very slowly. They're quite happy to work this A
And I
control.
missed the fader in that one.
And as we mentioned a couple of times now, pivot further on in the round if they need to. Boom, looking for damage, looking for a bit of an upset with some cheeky positions on the Buckies.
Honestly,
Always
the
a little
Bucky
bit of
here,
pressure around
Bucky
the
here with the
side as
wall.
well. So, trying to hold on to their weapons. They don't want to lose their advantage.
Creeping up on this A-line, dark cover, trying to create some kind of threatening presence of a cross in towards stairs, which pulls the rotation back across from Shiro. Riddle Order choosing to disengage over on the other side of the map. Ace is getting a lot of space on C mount, so Riddle
See when this question marks
go
gets
back
cleared.
there, and there's only Zespi with a classic here. He might even get caught on the cross.
Ooh, the top of his hood has been
Prowler,
spotted.
okay, Prowler
Ace
clears it now,
on
so
his
now they
team.
can get the
They're
rotate
thinking about
100% going.
Zespi only has a classic as well.
This guy might be able to do a little bit by
Taken
opening
by
door and
Riddle.
creating
They push
pressure.
in.
It's just that he's got a Bucky.
Tries to teleport away, but unfortunately it's going to be the shot from Goldan to take things down. Now pushing
Ooh,
through the smoke. He's
could be
looking for
interesting.
some rotations to cut off. Unbeknownst to him, Shiro has slipped through. Now down to 6 HP, still trying to stay alive. A little bit of damage from Shiro already.
What the hell is going on there with the timing?
Wanting to get the
There's been so many timings in these games.
Famous wants to
6 HP, 8 bullets. Oi, that is some clove impact. That was just as the what's that even called? Medal?
See if he can get any exits with the
Goes
buggy
out.
here, but unless anyone exits towards defense spawn, I think
Did
this is
it hit
gonna be
all?
a pretty
I'm pretty sure it hit
clear
everyone
concise
at
round
spawn
for
there.
Lotus. Sold down the main man who you'd want to be finding with that bucky, but he's going to get out of dodge, use that neon movement, which has been super impactful this game already. We talk about the current meta, how important it is to have a strong neon player. You see Danby, the way that he just slides into sights, especially with the shotguns, I would hate to play against that. And Soldam, I mean, traditionally someone who's famed for his jet, has
Timeout,
been phenomenal
probably.
actually on the neon in this event and is continuing
Probably
to have
gonna do a
impact. Whereas
timeout.
Fame is
You're
someone
up
who,
against some
we've said a couple of times,
disgusting
a little bit more
orbs
of
is the issue.
inflexible agent pool. You'll see that in this match maybe be the deciding factor.
And that's the consistency. Soldam. Yes, sometimes he's a bit of a wild card, but so far in this entire tournament on the neon, he's been providing value to
No
his team,
timeout.
creating space. Maybe not always the
Dude,
kills,
I would definitely
but
would have been
he's
tempted
right
to
there
time out
with
here.
them.
Well,
Famous.
the clove can just go a little bit wild on
Anticipating
this.
another A main take. It's been A main take time after time. But they're going to once again throw the C's, paint shells, the Haunt deep into A lobby and open up that door. Riddle Lotus applying some pressure to this big
Yeah,
side.
and they realize they're going
Smoke
fast
deployed,
A.
Fast lane and the Haunt.
And the call is, instead of heading over towards B, which they're kind of ready to do, they're at least getting ready to do a B split on this one.
Boom is going to overextend it all.
This was nice from Boom though. One away from Raze ult, they go aggro, they pick up the orb over towards on Raze from A.
Bit more pressure from Boom on this A angle.
And then the Raze is now just ready once they head over towards site to just
One off the
insta
rolling
go.
thunder. You have the overdrive, Katie.
Yeah, the guy that was talking about B hits is just fully right, because you can just smoke off all of these areas with all of these smokes. And you just have no idea as well. Yeah, they smoke off the top two and then push here. Gotta see a Raze ult. This guy on Heaven goes all the way through, but he got spotted by the Fade Eye.
It's full on chaos because Boom is holding their ground.
Oh boy, that is two giant kills.
Once again, pivoting perfectly.
Bro, they
over
overheated
towards
a
the
little
wall.
bit.
Jojo trying to get out of dodge, get into a more comfortable position, and Boom caught completely
They
out
decided
of
to
position.
push
They were
over towards
anticipating the
B main
commit,
after
and
they
now
got
they're
it.
trying to work their way back through Waterfall with so much time ticked off the spike.
And it all comes down to it. I mean, there's so many levels to this one round. The macro adaptation, the micro with Soldam's movement.
You think a timeout comes out next round?
Oh yeah, for sure. They got caught up in the chaos in this one. Like once they cleared B, they just started like solo doing stuff. It's so hard.
Completely dominating, and those are some of the antics that we're talking about. These guys in Challengers Japan.
Yeah, I don't know how much of it is
stage
like them
environment.
being
We're
forced
thriving
because
with
the opponents are
home
playing
fans.
differently, but
here in
it just
Jakarta,
seems like,
it's ballsy
I don't know, the Boom,
to piss off
when
the
I
Boom
was
crowd.
looking them up before the event, it just seemed like Boom's one and biggest strength was like fighting as a team in like 3v3s, 4v4s.
Yeah.
And they just haven't been doing that at all this event.
I think it's like this comp is really weird that they play, because B becomes a nightmare because of the extra smoker. Right, you can just smoke off all the choke points, and then they pretty much are free to take somewhere. But playing, like, if you don't play against this in practice, it just feels so odd. Because then they fast flood into B, which is like the right thing to do for sure, and it was like pretty good. There are a lot of people in there. But then it's just like once they had done that and they kind of got trades and not enough kills, like it wasn't like a full commit. It was like, then what's the next step? Like they don't have the next step. And normally in practice it would be like, well, the next step is this, obviously. Like you just wall up and just chill. They just don't have that.
Despite being the outsiders here in Jakarta.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that we struggled with a team as well. Like to get the right practice against similar comps. It can be a nightmare. Like we used to get Cooper. He's like a IGL in tier 2 basically at the moment, and we would get him to like watch a demo and try and replicate it as best as possible with like 5 people.
Oh.
That helped us a lot.
Yeah, I think unless you have someone that's like purposely studying the opponent and then mimicking it as much as possible.
Yeah.
It gets tough.
It gets really tough, yeah. Because even just like the littlest switch up style of play is just so big in this game.
Yeah.
Despite being the less experienced team,
and I think that's what makes it hard about the meta at the moment, because the meta's so sick at the moment, where just everything's good, like everything's viable.
I think that
Yeah.
It's so hard
they seem like they're in
to
control
do
so
one
far
thing
in
against
this
one
game.
comp,
You know,
but
they
then
very much
play against
are
another comp and
working
you have to
the
do
map,
something completely
informing
different.
their decisions and controlling the flow of the round, and it feels like Boom is only being reactive right now. And it's something that I said previously that was a big issue for them. They need to work their way back into this game, and it's got to start with this half bite.
They did the timeout, Pilsky. They're definitely trying to switch things up now. Zespi on the A site, and A site is the one that has been under a lot of pressure so far.
Rolling Thunder going to zone all of the defense back. They're going to be able to catch him on the exit. Famous can't get out of there.
It's ridiculous, man. The Bucky entries.
Find whatever he can as well.
He tries to go off on the other side too. Zespi.
These damn
Buckies.
Buckies.
He needs to wait for his team to come over. The spike is on the ground.
How many attack Bucky entries am I gonna see? That's why. I think I'd maybe seen like 5 maximum in like 3 years, and now they're everywhere.
Is going to segment off Ace from the rest of the team.
Yeah, I remember even Buzz was starting to pick it up a lot when he was playing the Neon and the Raze.
Yeah.
But off the movement, Ace!
Whoa. Yeah, they're just all focused on this guy.
He's having such a phenomenal performance right now.
Okay, big buy
on
round.
the Omen. Beautiful multi-frag
in terms of Boom, the change that they made for the timeout is like the more standard one, right? Where it's double blockers over towards B in terms of Killjoy and Viper, and then we're just fighting heavier over towards A. They tried to change it up with the smoke over towards A, but honestly, Riddle like handled it very well. I don't think they did too much. Well, I think there's stuff they could have done, but in terms of what was going on, I felt like Riddle did good to just wait out the smoke and then just like hit all the time once they wanted to go A.
In the Japanese scene. These guys are
it'll be interesting to see if they ever want to try and go C anymore at all.
Japanese Valorant has been needing a new resurgence. This could be it, but this is also the round where we have MC Slasher with a noted.
Early pick here for Boom. They need to capitalize. They've had a tough time finding rounds of this defensive half. Riddle have been controlling
Guys,
the pace of this game,
14-2.
They've been working the map. And you can see it with the individual agency taken by Jojo here. He's going to get caught off guard.
Prowler, though,
whoa, do we need to do this?
Keep himself away. Shoots down one.
Okay, well, either way, we went for it.
Shut down. The timing on that was a little bit off.
This is where Shiro as well. Great pick on front B. He was doing a great job controlling front B and aggressing, taking duels and taking some agency in the game against DSG. Now breaking through the Killjoy setup. Yatsuka trying to get onto the site and get into this 2-on-4 after plan. Get a plan for spawn side. And I think Riddle will now aggress over onto defense spawn where there's no one for Boom.
Got an Omen flash, right? Yeah, they're going to hit the Omen flash though.
Yatsuka getting a little bit proactive, just as Boom has done. Ace
you wait for the smoke, right?
Oh,
we got another smoke. Damn, Clove Diff. God, it's a palm of smoke.
Ace still holding the angle. Good little conversion, but Berserks is ready for the trade. It's going to be Yatsuka down now. He comes onto the other side.
This was a nice try, though. This was cool.
With the duo, it's famous to end the round.
Good patience. The players in Waterfall recognizing that
the perma smoke, yeah, the perma smoke strong. It might have worked better for them to wait for the Omen smoke and do the stun that they did, but it was still pretty impressive. They tried to stun them as they were going into the smoke. They could kind of tell from the timing of the utilities getting used.
Every round that they've been able to secure so far has been an absolute scrap. Only 2 players surviving in both of them, which is having a massive effect on their economy and their ability to consistently.
They're just gonna go B again, right?
It looks pretty good. But we need Boom to keep this up. I'll tell you what, though, Pilsky. Taking a look at the ultimate economy so far, right now, Boom, they stand a chance at coming back into this game with a win streak. They've got the strongest ultimates.
And Boom are on top of this. Boom read the same thing. Oh my god. They all insta got melted.
Pretty soon, Soldam trying to hold off Baby Door. Berserks. He's going to rotate.
They're giving a lot of space here, Boom. Maybe even considering a save. This round went absolutely horribly for them right off the B main contact. Zesview doing what he can, but you can see they have no interest in winning this round. Caught out of position, though, on the off angle.
What a disaster,
Berserks
man.
cannot save that Phantom, and Ace,
Let's start writing the loss bonus. Let's check out the money.
This man is absolutely taking
Like this
over
guy will
the
get
server
1,000
right now
extra for
Riddle Order.
saving, so he needs to be saving. Because these two, no matter what, can't buy.
This is where Zesby wants to run off to.
And money here is decent. They should just be going for this no matter what. I would throw at least 2 more into this.
He's gonna go. He hears those footsteps. He hears that sprint. He's checking both sides. Zesby starting to feel the pressure a little bit. Managed to get one. Crowd steps away. Looking on to the next. But then here comes Soldam just pre-firing the corner. Zesby will he stay alive long enough? Unfortunately, no. And the crowd cries out.
They just keep hunting for them. Riddle Order is giving them absolutely nothing right now. The contact plays are exerting so much pressure on Boom. They walk up A, they wait outside A, and they just execute their round. They walk up B. And you
The
can see
Neon,
Boom
bro. The Neon
with the
did
A-traps, with the
incredible.
stacks, the
As soon as they
adaptations,
realize they're close,
forcing
the
front B
Neon
there. They're
slides
trying
into
to
the
stay one
corner
step
and just
ahead.
gives
They're
them a
trying to take the
crossfire.
fight to Riddle, but
So
they
then
are
these
getting
guys
outdone
are
in
left
the
with a
server
choice
right
of
now.
either focusing on the 3 people here or focusing on the one Neon that slid over. That instant reaction from Soldam was just so perfect.
Previously throughout this tournament on this map, but right now
But that was actually really impressive. That was cool.
Walking up front B for the second round in a row, but Riddle is so glued onto this. They collapse from
Jesus.
both sides of spawn.
Kaide with the triple kill as well. Now
Yeah, have
Ace
another
onto the
Clovo
board.
coming up.
Zespy's the only one left, Pilski.
He's got a classic. Black. You're absolutely dreaming, mate.
Classic imagery.
No chance. No chance in this round, unfortunately. This is going to be Riddle going up 8-2. And they're just reading this game so perfectly. That collapse from both sides of B was absolutely beautiful.
I mean, just look at the player cam right now. Look at how...
Thing is, this comp's normally pretty good on defense as well.
Maybe starting to feel that pressure a little bit. He knows that he could potentially pick up, a weapon outside of pillars, but you're gonna look at the minimap. We just got this covered.
I respect it, Quack.
EDG comp? Yeah.
You're trying to sell me something. You're trying to sell me an absolute bomb of a car that barely works. The engine's barely functioning.
I'm slapping the hood, I'm
Look at this baby. This got so many miles in it. Nah, no chance. I'm not buying that, Quack. I'm not touching Zesby right now.
Yeah, it's going to be Ace that touches him instead, so unfortunately the guy falls down.
Hey, look.
That's gonna be
Everything that Ace touches.
Chobra,
turns to
what's
gold
your
right now. So honestly,
what's your opinion
you'd
on
probably be
Clove?
happy with
Like,
that
how are
as
you?
Zesby, but
Are
inside of the server,
you a Clove
away
enjoyer or are
from-
you a
from
Clove
fantasy
hater?
lands where you're
No,
and
I would
things
say
are
I
all
side with the
happening. This is
enjoyer.
nightmare
Okay.
fuel for Boomy
I would say
Sports right
I'm
now.
on the enjoyer
Their
side.
defensive
I don't
half has
think.
not
I mean, the thing is I don't think.
DSG. And despite a
Obviously, I don't
great
think she like
streak
breaks
on
the
this
balance of the
map so
game or
far,
anything like that
Riddle Order is
greatly.
absolutely
But I think there
destroying
are
them, and
times
they've done a
when
phenomenal
she
job
provides value.
flipping this map of
But I
Lotus
do think
into something
it
that's
only
absolutely
serves a certain type of player,
scary
right?
to play against
Yeah, 100%.
inside
It's like,
of
yeah, that's like
Ascension.
willing to take contact and create space that way. Like you can't just rely on the smokes for sure.
Straight into B, and Soldam just keeps going.
Whoa,
Little bit of contact
this was a
outside the scene,
sick
and of course,
round.
Kaide has the ultimate, so comes back into
Shiro!
the game.
Whoa,
Shiro
he got
pulls
3.
the angle down, gets a quick triple.
Is this the guy on
Got
B?
in for a bit of a trade, and then into the B site again. Riddle, they are just so smooth. Soldam with yet another
Wait,
kill.
how did Bro
It's
get
all
3
down
here? That
to
must have been
Berserks.
unbelievable.
Can he go
Dude, this was a
right now?
sick strat,
Unfortunately,
chat.
no,
This is
Yaska.
really, really
The
cool.
clutch
The
monster
split
for
over
Riddle
towards C
strikes
with the late
again.
fade out, that was
Just couldn't
awesome.
convert that 2-on-2.
I would love to see the
Even
triple kill because I have
catching
no idea how
the
he managed to
fade
get that
with
many
util
kills.
in hand, despite the fact that, boom, Shiro goes absolutely ballistic there, and he had a phenomenal game.
Yeah,
on
but
the
this
Viper
was
versus
cool.
DSG.
Push all the way through,
Versus
Omen
Dallas as
flash,
well. He had some fantastic
and then you
timings.
fade all
So he
here
has
once they go
really been a
aggro,
massive
and
performer
they
here
can't
for
hear
Boom,
you, and then you
particularly
just
on the
run in
defensive
straight
side of the
behind.
map.
That was pretty
But
sick.
really,
Damn, we
it's
get
just
no
not been
replay for
coming
this.
together
Oh.
for the rest of the team today. They've got 5 ults heading into the last round of the half.
Okay.
Maybe they could try to scrape a third round together, but I love that from Riddle. That's how you want to use the Clove when you've got the ultimate. Not dead yet.
That's devastating.
On the offensive. That said, though, Boom does have 5 ultimates in this very last round of the first half, Pilski. They can do
That's
so much with it, but
devastating, I'm not gonna lie.
playing the angles, anticipating a B hit once more.
I mean, will they even have the opportunity to? That's the thing. You're going to get the showstopper straight through the door, the Nightfall as well, but it's a complete disengage from Riddle Order.
It is a nice breach out to make sure that nothing could happen here. And the Neon just manages to bait everything and just runs out of there. And that is a Razor and a Fatal down. So that's 2 out of the 5 ults.
Boom at arm's length. Riddle Order now completely resetting.
Imagine they win this round. 5 ults. They get rid of 2 of them.
It's not
like with the lockdown. Shiro can deploy the pit in the back of the site. It's going to be very hard to break.
There's ult number 3. There's ult number 4.
Keeps Riddle order away.
Okay.
Is 1 point away from his overdrive though, but they
Lovely.
back the off angle from NC Slasher. Good adaptation from Boom, but is it enough? Jojo and Ace, they fire back. The flank watch is still always there. Ace, he has been popping off, and he's looking to pop off again.
The B site's open. Shiro trying to come out of the pit. Where are they going to end up? 20 seconds on the clock. Zespi's got the from the shadows to reposition.
Omen doesn't even need to ult. He ults to check over towards doors. He knows there's at least 1 door now. That's all 5 ults. It's a 3-on-3 and Spike is down and they have good pauses.
They're trying to surround the site.
Paranoia's there, sees the aftershock.
This guy's going to open door. He's just going to Omen flash him, right?
Could be key here.
Oh.
It's not looking great.
It's not looking great. No. Okay. It's not a good plan now for this guy, so he has to push forward. Nice. All we have to do is talk about it.
Trying to avoid those ghosts of the past that haunt them from last year's Ascension.
With their powers combined.
Top 4. They want to be able to win this tournament and show that a full Indonesian squad can actually do something and make their way
towards crazy how much that happens though. Like, you'll look at something and be like, oh, looks pretty good. Then somehow just some small thing happens in this game. I think that's one of the reasons why it's so good. Like
Valorant?
Yeah, it is. It's just like you can just look at something and objectively be like, well, this should happen. But then one small thing will happen and just like you said, it all falls apart.
Yeah, I always tell people about JYP, the old StarCraft player and commentator, was casting for a little bit on the Korean side.
Yeah,
and he used to say that one of the hardest things was that this game never relies on the actual facts, right? Because like in a game like StarCraft or League, like the numbers will tell you everything. Like this person wins this fight no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll look at this and be like, well, it's 1v5. Like there's no way he wins, and then like he aces, and he's like, okay.
Well.
But what I will say for Boom, very low lows, and that's what we're seeing right here in this game against Riddle Order. This is not started well. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but
it's part of the fun of it for sure.
Games as well.
Yeah. It took them a little while to come around to it.
Which Boom are we gonna get? Are they Lanimals? Are they going to be the beast that wakes up on land? Or are they going to be, that dog inside the house that, the burglar comes and he says, hello, how you doing? Give you a nice little pat. Let me just grab your TV and chuck that in my car.
Oh, man. You definitely don't want that hungry beast.
They're looking a little sleepy today, unfortunately, Quack. And they need to wake up now because there is not much time.
Where do you live at the moment? You're in Korea? Or?
I'm out here in Seoul.
Nice.
It's that logo from Riddle.
You're close to the venue or not?
Not this year's venue. It's funny because we were looking for apartments last year, and we found one that was close to last year, the Africa TV like Coliseum Arena.
Yeah.
And I'm like 7 minutes away, and we were like, oh, this is great. And then they announced that they have a new broadcast partner, and it's on the other side of Seoul. It takes me like an hour to get there. Great.
We wonder how consistent they can be on the attack, perhaps.
Yeah, sometimes it be like that, it seems.
Yeah. Just can't ever have everything.
Ooh.
Hiding inside, there's a little A trap here with the
nice little smoke here. Goes into the corner, so when they do the fade eye that's in this corner, you're out in the open. That's nice. We see that a lot at the moment. We see it on like Ascent on Haven. You see it Ascent on middle. You see it Haven over towards C long. No, A long. There's actually sometimes C long on defense as well. I've seen it. The first time I've seen it here. That's pretty cool.
See if he can find a timing with that Viper wall later on, but the rest of Boom behind this one
little cubby, they can't see it on attack in the fade, or eye doesn't get there. That would work against other teams. People could take that.
Boom. Now footsteps outside of Mound. Kaide hears it all. Calls it to his team as well, but no commitment.
Boom has denied a lot of info, but that's where you see the movements of Ace. He's reading this round very well. He's re-cleared A, and that's allowing a massive rotation towards B and C.
Because Clove is Clove. You just fight heavier sight?
As well. Now here it comes. Into the site, yes.
Wow, what a fade eye. The fade eye is sick. These kind of fade eyes that have already... Whoa.
right now.
Whoa.
Right into sight. He's got a classic, and he's
That was
making it
fast.
work. Reloads in with the pick-me-up.
The fade eyes that have already like deployed, I guess. Those ones are really strong when they're running through a smoke and it's already here, so it insta like pings them. Those ones are awesome. This is a good reposition from him. It was last seen where this question mark is. He's just gonna have to insta walk push through this. Yeah, it was the right move though. He's still trying to play off the fact that he has time. Okay, I mean maybe this is on with the pistol.
Through a very difficult sight hold there. Ace with the perfect push in the mid-round, gathering all of that information over on the A side of the map, allowed Riddle to have 4 players ready to hold that site when Kaide was getting warmed up with the pick-me-up, playing against Clove on a pistol round. Clove, Reyna, both of those agents being able to go to 150 HP is absolute nightmare fuel to play against sometimes. But Boom was able to navigate their way through that. Like you said, they were very cautious, working their way through the map, trying to feel
This guy
out
was
what
tempted
Riddle was
with
doing,
the
and it pays off in
tempted with the
spades.
Marshall.
Now they've got a lifeline back into this game. Pistol, the first step of many that will be needed. We need a clean anti-eco here. Good bonus, and they can try to recover some of this scoreline deficit. They've dug themselves a very deep hole, but they're starting to get a bit of a foothold. They're starting to scramble their way back out of it.
Yeah, Pilsky, it's looking very likely as well. I mean, look at the intentional rifle buy on 4 of the Boom players. They want to mount this comeback. Riddle, interestingly enough, 1-4 split.
Yeah, top of the spike, top of the orb even, just waiting for some kind of trap play. We even had an omen flash ready, just in case.
All that kind of thing. Sorry, no paint shells. I'm so used to the rays on this map. That's what you're expecting. But even we've seen the power of the neon trap plays that SPG's been showing over C Mound. You get hit with a recon bolt, and the neon can just slide in and steal everything from you.
Right around the door.
Yeah, Shiro being the money man here. He's only got a sheriff. If he goes down, it's not.
This is okay as well, right? This is what I always call the human drone, right? One person with a gun that you don't mind giving them in terms of a sheriff. It's not too much of an upgrade. Just searching out, trying to find the stack. Either calls his team back or tells him to just go head over towards the site. Spotted like 3. Tells him to go hit the site. And giving them a sheriff shouldn't give them a round one. So this was play perfect.
On top of it, the shots from NC Slasher and Famous, they are back into the game. Ace trying to rotate back in through Waterfall, trying to stay hidden. Zesty just marks it perfectly.
Yeah, and this guy's trying to get him pumped up as well.
Come back in.
Very well done. Keeping the economy nice and steady, only losing the 1 rifle.
Boom is going to spam CXX. Yeah, you would imagine so. I think that's definitely the way to do it. And you can see Riddle even thinking the same thing, and now they're going to have to try fight here.
The gap might have closed,
there's a couple of things against this comp. But first of all, because you don't have the double blockers, like C should be easier to like force through. There's probably going to be a smoke there, but you can normally force through it. And then the second thing is if you get out towards A early on, like you then create a lot of pressure. So there's a couple of things that work really well against this comp. And I think you kind of need to be ready reactive, right? If they go aggro, see, this is when it becomes cool. Because you should really be playing reactive is what I was going to say, and wherever they go aggro, you go aggro into one of these. But they go aggro on both of them, so now you're like, where can we actually take? Like, what are we actually meant to be doing here? This one's really nice from Riddle. I like when they do this, but it does mean that B's open, so this reaction from Boom is just perfect. They go aggro C and A, surely B doesn't have anyone. Nice shots.
And he takes down Soldem as well. Now looking onto him, he spotted out Yatsuka's head. Yatsuka trying to fire back the flashpoint to fend off any.
Okay, that's it. Ooh, hold up.
And he manages to take down Berserks. Now into the site.
Yeah, we gotta hold up. And the Omen is crazy important at the moment. The Omen just needs to stay alive. And he's getting pinched. He's done great to stay alive for this long, to be honest. Yeah, very nice. He was just trying to get through as the other guy ran through.
Paranoia out into the site. Boom still trying to stay tucked away. Ace.
Oh, nade hit the wall.
Now a stun onto Famous. He wants to peek out, but he can't. Ace has got a stang.
Oh, no way. No way he got that kill.
Unfortunately, running out of time.
I can't believe he gets the kill on the diffuser there. There's a smoke here.
Dude.
How?
I don't know how he
hit
smoke.
Water player off of the defuse. These are the steps that Boom needed to make to come back into this half. The crowd is now rallying behind them. Bit of an oversight
And
there for
Berserk's played
Riddle.
that so well, though.
Weren't
So
ready for
I was
Berserk
hoping they would
on
win the
that
round.
lurk there, but that was the key
Bro.
kill to secure everything. A very tense
You got
exchange
2
in that
bullets
round, but a
off.
bonus win is undoubtedly huge for
Wow.
Boom.
That's
And now here's a chance to
huge.
continue building an absolutely mammoth economy on this attacking side, and that's exactly what they need to try to win this game at Lotus.
That is absolutely huge. Their reaction here was nice though. Like where they went aggro A, aggro C, and they just did an insta 1B.
Yeah.
Wait, this map is really on.
Into the site. Ace starts off with a great shot. Jojo on the other side as well. Soldat coming in with a bit of a flank too.
TP? Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he had to TP out of there, but the pressure is so much here with so many people they're told to fight. It's still a good eco. They did a lot of damage. They get a plant down. Bro, this is a nuts game at the moment.
Single time.
Dude, the casters are really sending it. It's pretty cool.
And that is a very different looking scoreline than what we saw in that first half. Boom, flipping the narrative. Had a monstrous defensive half against TSG previously. Now over on the attacking side,
this is a close
where they
round
have
at
a
the
little
end.
bit more agency, where they can be a bit more assertive here against Riddle Order. They are starting to warm themselves up and take control of this game.
On the flip side, Riddle starting to wobble a
At
little
25
bit.
and 9 with the
They're trying to figure out
Omen.
how they can come back into this game.
A main control for Boom.
Well, no matter what,
They've got
this
the
guy gets
lockdown.
picked up.
Huge tool for them to be able to open up one of these sites, put themselves into an accelerated afterplant. Famous also, one off the showstopper could be absolutely key if he's able to farm an orb or be able to actually make something happen in the mid-round with that ultimate at the right timing.
Oh, really forward position for Kaide too. So even though...
Oh, we got double Prowler out. That's almost a win as well, to be honest. Double Prowler to make sure that he's actually gone out.
Boom has cleared C now.
Instant
There's the
reaction.
showstopper
What
for
are we
Famous.
gonna?
What
Are we gonna go
open
door? Or
up
are
the
we
round
breaking
with here?
this?
With the smoke getting deployed, I really prefer the lockdown to slowly clear out this site to start to make their way through this smoke early on. Yeah, you can see Riddle
Yeah,
Order
they
was
didn't have
thinking
much of a
about
plan
trying to
here.
punch through the
You can
door,
see
but
they were
they don't
in
quite have the
reaction.
right
They at least
timing on the
broke the
rotation
turrets.
for
They
that, so
create a
they're gonna
little
end
bit
up
of
in a
pressure
5v5
behind us. We can see we got a
and
alarm
in
bot.
goes Famous to Waterfall, zoning them back.
What a flash. He absolutely saved his teammate.
Famous waiting up for it. Soldat 1 point away from the overdrive. He has it ready and he's thinking about it. Riddle, they have the sights around it. The showstopper not quite.
Yeah, Breach got caught out using util.
Holding down the angle.
Damn.
Jojo. NC Slasher and Shiro from the other side chiming in. Ace, can he clutch this out? I don't think so. Still trying to peek in. Look at the triple stack. High-low setups.
Boom are giving him nothing.
Yeah, he's got to go save. The rest of his team can't really buy on this.
Not giving them an inch, not even a mile. Famous up from behind. Ace takes him down. Wants to hold on to his rifle.
This Ace guy
Trying
looks really
to be
good
that
though. Fair
beacon of
play.
hope for Riddle Order.
Boom just crushing the sights
Is
right
this
now.
is this Ace
The
guy
lockdown was
consistently been
absolutely
playing
key
to like
there.
this level?
Opens up the
He's a beast.
In
of the
challengers, he was, I
able
think,
to
their best
flush
player,
Riddle Order
but
back. You could tell they
compared to
wanted be
that,
able to
I think
make
he
something
underperformed
happen
a bit in the
through
early
door.
parts
You
of
know, they've got
Ascension,
this cone
and
where if they can actually
Yatsuka's been
get the
really
Prowler
playing at the
forward,
top,
get some
but
breach
Oh,
shoots,
really?
and find a nice
yeah,
side they
Ace
can
has
actually
returned to his
engage
form,
through
it feels.
before they get rolling too much, before they get too much space.
Must be one of
Then
those
that's where
things
they
where
can
Zetra are
actually
like,
make something
if these
happen
guys
in this
don't
round,
win, we
but
must
so
be
far,
picking these up,
they've
surely.
been able
At
to
least
I
gonna
mean,
buy
surely.
some.
Boom have been finding some great
I mean,
timings,
they're the ones that
and more
scouted them too
importantly,
for Academy
they've been very
originally,
resilient
so
in these
okay, yeah.
XPXs. The post plans have
yeah,
been
those three
phenomenal
were on
for
the
them. They've
Academy
been
roster
playing
that Riddle
forward.
brought in,
They've
so
been trying to be
I can only
assertive.
imagine
Jordan saw the
that.
showstopper right off the rip.
like a lot of the
Overdrive
Japanese
comes
fans
down
were
from
telling me that
Solomon.
they'll win no
He's
matter what, because either
way
Riddle
through
wins
the
and gets
flank,
in, or
already in through
Zeta
the
gets to
defense
pick
wall,
up
but
these
Boom's on
players.
A.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
have a good team again,
Barreling
so.
through. Soldan with the overdrive. They hear it, they know it's all too clear. Shiro with a kill into the site.
Scott trying to open up the door. The Sheriff's starting to sing a little bit, but Boom are still clearly on top, and they've got full heaven control right now.
Their runs are nice. Their reactions are good.
It's up to Jojo with the Vandal. Good little shot into Berserks.
This guy's just got to kill everyone.
Even more, the Prowler just to check and
The
clear.
Fade?
NC Slasher tries to peek out a little bit too wide. Yatsuka takes him down. Famous and Zespi now.
They're going
Damn,
for it.
yeah. I mean, they gotta go for it. This is the closest they've been to a round win. Aye, what a pause.
Such a great angle on the shroud steps. They might not expect this.
Just 5 HP.
Well,
Well, saved him on that one. 5 HP. Damn, that's what is this? 6 in a row.
The cracks are starting to show here for Riddle. Getting very concerned about them. 6 in a row on attack here for Boom. Riddle Order.
7 if we're including this, yeah.
They do not have an answer for this attacking side.
And they got rid of the breach
Boom
short.
playing this comp exactly how you'd want to be seeing it played. This Fade is doing phenomenal, clearing the map. Prowlers forward in towards rubble or on the extremities towards Mount, and once they take that space, they
just
use
playing
it
so
as a
fast,
launching
to be
pad
honest.
take the site.
So
And
we were
once
just talking
they're in
about
there,
this
Riddle can't push
with
them
chat,
out.
but you see that clip from CS with Alexi
that Boom has
fading out
found
the
their
peak?
appetites, and they are not letting go. They've
I'm not
gotten a
sure.
great
Oh, so his
group
team
hold
was
onto its Riddle, or
it was a 1v1
they've
at the
dropped
end,
down,
and they
they're not
were
letting
on
go.
the defense, and they
were a
faked
little slow
the
to start.
defuse,
Not
and then
everyone's
he
hungry first
shouts
thing in the morning, you
to
know?
bait him into
I
thinking that they're
started
gonna
slow with a
finish
bit
the
of a coffee.
defuse that he's sticking
Yeah,
it.
that's Boom's CEO in
Wait,
the crowd as
really?
well.
Yeah, and
struggling
who was it? I think it was
Yeah,
Nico.
mate,
It
I'd
just
love to see
peeks
the
off
cam
of
on him
it,
in the
kind of.
first half, but
Wait,
yeah,
that's
definitely
awesome.
started to get a little
Yeah.
happier.
And I was just wondering because
Giving him
obviously
a
it's a
lot
bit
of
of a heated
favors there.
debate of like, well, is
To be
that
fair,
is
Indonesia
that
production
sportsmanlike
team,
or whatever?
so
But I think it's sick.
they're
I
probably
think
was
that's
wondering.
awesome. You got to
avoid
use
the
every
tears a little
advantage,
bit
and
more, if
that's sick.
possible.
Wait, that's cool. I'm surprised I haven't seen that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it just happened last night, I think.
Oh,
so.
okay. Yeah, I'll look for it after this. That's sick.
In this Britama arena.
I mean,
It reminds me of one of the Paper X vlogs too, where Alex was telling them like, just run, like they can't hear you on land, like just run it. I don't know why you guys are
honestly,
walking.
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
I see it, great first half, lots of multi-frags from Ace. Hard carry performance on the Omen. Where's the rest of
Yeah,
Riddle Order?
it is a completely
Right
different
now against
beast.
Boom.
There's so
Boom,
much
everyone's
more
getting
in. There's so
warmed
many
up. You see
plays
each
that
player chipping in
work
right
well
now,
on LAN,
but
and
Ace,
also
26
ones
and
that
10.
just
The
don't
rest
because
of the boys
of the
need
crowd,
to
I
step up
guess.
here on defense.
Right,
because Boom is
right.
definitely outclassing them as a unit.
Yeah, I mean, you can't help
It
it.
can't just be one individual.
No, yeah, it
versus
is what
a
it
unit,
is. I mean,
you know?
it's good. It's good. You just got to be aware of it. That's it. 'Cause it-
Right.
I mean, the other outcome is like normally having no crowd. That's pointless.
Trying to find something open.
You gotta
Press
just
on the
accept
dark
it.
cover. Boom want to go back and retake this A control. It's just JoJo over here solo. Wants to try to see what he can find. If he can find a peek. Forward goes Famous off the back of the Paranoia and the Prowler, and JoJo can't
This is
make
a
it
nice
out.
attack from them.
Famous getting warmed up, finding an opening.
Yeah, I mean, I think
This is a
generally
win
their
condition
attacks
for
just look
Boom
better
on the
because they can
attacking
choose
side.
like which
No
fights to
doubt
take
about it.
most of the time
Great
if the opponent
adaptations,
isn't
that's
rushing
what
them
it
down.
is.
Yeah.
Previously, it has been the C side for Boom. Now onto A.
Yeah, it looks like Riddle are kind of out of ideas because they started going like aggro everywhere, and then now they're like holding a passive default, but with no info sentinel. It's so hard.
Berserk's on
Yeah.
the flank though. Zesby from the shadows
Hey,
to
this
the
guy
other
should
side
win
of the
this.
map, and Berserk's in the perfect position.
Ooh.
But it's gonna be the ultimate. Kaide's
Wait, the
not
stun?
dead yet, and
Oh my
Zesty
god, the
holds down
stun was
plant
sick.
On the C site.
Heidi gets the
25
kill.
HP.
He can now continue to push forward in this round, and it's a 2-on fun for Riddle Order and Zesby. 25 HP, trying to use the timing, trying to use the element of surprise, but you can see Yatsuka's ready for it.
He's gonna keep himself hidden away. He's gotta rotate very
Ooh.
carefully, not to make single peep. Now turning off to the left side, but Yatsuka, unfortunately, he's not ready for it. It's down to it. Kaide trying to find it back.
it was so close, man. It was such a nice try.
And Riddle finds the lead.
Very key for Kaide. Wait, he needs to get on it. Okay, don't make sure.
Yeah,
I
we-
saw
Um,
Famous.
They
get
got.
off
I mean,
it
the good
earlier
news
this
is though,
tournament,
like
and
they
then it came
win
down to
one,
0.5.
and
There
this
was
guy
lots
needs to
of time
rebuy
there.
armor. Like it's
So
costly.
I'm panicking for no reason. Beautiful round for Kaide though on the Clove. Riddle Order was down and out. They've been pushing these smokes with the double controller all game long. It was working a treat for them on attack. They were playing inside of the dark covers, inside of the Clove smokes to disrupt the retake for Boom on attack. That time diving through the Hobbit hole. A link straight in towards a lobby works out perfectly for Riddle.
God, what is that
Kaide,
kill as
someone
well?
that had also a slow start in their game against Nous, I believe it was, really started to turn things around.
And that was a
have
whole
lot of
round of
impact.
Clove diff. That was pretty cool. Clove value is through the roof, and then we go aggro over towards A. Dude, we have 5 people fighting here on defense, and they still got out. Oh, we had 4, and then
Both teams really
they were
fighting over this
basically
ace space. You can
reactive.
tell Riddle wants
A
to
lot of
pull the
people.
trigger and continue to fight. They're
Yeah, and the
just
Omen's got to get out of
inches
here.
away from Boom right now, but they can't find the right angle of approach.
They're being blocked off. They're trying to use their duck cover to segregate the site.
Dude, when does this
Find
wall
some,
go
A
down?
bit more space to sneak in.
This Omen is just a nightmare.
Right now. Spike getting tapped. Ace
The big
applying
kill.
pressure and TP
The
down
giant
the side now.
TP.
Gonna be the pit though. NC Slasher in with the Odin. Good little shout out to Ace. Shuts down the start player for Riddle.
Omen
so far.
flash into
Now
double
looking around
fade,
the
into
extremity. It's gonna be
Fatal
Zesby.
that hit
Oh,
everyone so they can't hear anything.
NC Slasher, he peeks in.
That is the
It's
most
right.
stupid thing
The
ever.
sounds, it's all too loud. Riddle feels the
That was
pressure.
cool
He
though.
just whips out the garden hose
And
and lets
they're
it
so
rip.
done money-wise.
Sprays them
They're so
all
wrecked
down.
money-wise. They're
Through the
kind of gonna
Viper
do
roll
this.
with the
They're gonna run
Omen.
away with it. They at least get this
Incredibly
one.
key round from
It's gonna be
NC
such a bad
Slasher.
low buy.
He's had some phenomenal performances so far in this tournament. Switching up his role between, you know, the flashing agents, the info in it, and the flash in it. And in this case, on the fade, being able to have some impact.
Slicky's
on the
white
Omen,
hair was
especially in
gifted.
a
Thank you so
awkward
much. He gave one
situation
over
like
to
that.
Chobra.
Evening things up now.
He's been
10
very
apiece.
happy with that.
Boom once again, taking control of A main.
Thank you
Ace
for doing that,
Trying to be the
whoever you
hero
are.
for Riddle Order. A glass cannon, a light armor vandal.
Wait,
that he's forced up
what have
into
they
this
done
round.
here? They've gone for a hero
Riddle
gun.
Order have taken all of this B main space.
I mean, honestly, he's
ready with
playing
the
so
B trap.
well.
Ace solo on the A site. We'll see
But what's
how much
gonna
he can get done
what's gonna
here.
happen?
I gotta particularly anticipate a bit of flank watch as well. But here comes Famous.
Well, there goes the
too
hero
easy.
gun.
Ace, he just couldn't see anything. Now off to the next, it's gonna be Riddle Order trying to push on through, trying to rotate, but look at Boom.
They just don't have the guns. They don't
No,
have
they
the
got nothing,
position.
dude. They got a
Despite
shorty
the
to try
fact that
send it
Ace was
in.
in
I mean,
a
it's a
decent
neon,
position,
so
he
like
just
it's
gets
actually possible to
paranoid
get
off
one
the
with
line,
this.
Instantly taken out by the showstopper. Boom
Maybe not
continuing
going
to
this
hold
path though.
forward
I
on
think
the
he had to
side
go
into
sight
the
instead
tree
of
and
here.
try to deny this retake attempt from Riddle Order.
Still
Ooh,
no
maybe to get the
ace.
stun off to
Damage
allow his
is
team to go
good
further.
damage for Riddle. He's playing with the shorties, maybe a couple more kills. Yatska, he has found
What?
a Vandal. Riddle's side
Damn, they put the
famous
fatal
tracks.
into it.
It's gonna be
Holy
Yatska
hell, we're
with
going
three.
for it fully.
Now down to a 2-on-2. A sudden
Oh my
round,
God.
very doable
Was
for
that-
Riddle Order because of Yatska.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh
Man, that was close.
You're not
That
supposed
was
to do that. It's a
close.
cosmetic
Stunned
stun
up,
quack
gets the
through a
kill, and then
smoke.
the planter is. I mean, the fuse is just so low
I think that
HP.
might be it.
I mean, that should be it. That was
Yeah.
close though, considering the
is here.
considering the investment.
Yeah.
And the
They had
crowd
nothing into it.
just rallying
All
behind
these rounds
this
end up in a
one
2v2,
round
man.
that could potentially put them
Look at
in
that.
to match point, Pilski.
That was only
Oh.
the half buy though.
Buff
Ace is
stuns,
gonna be a
don't
little
buff
poorer
stuns.
here.
Who's
He'll probably
spamming
have
that?
to go
I'm
back down
a
to a
ban you
Guardian.
right now, Fio.
Or something like that. Onto
That's
the judge
definitely
front,
like
but he
a
actually
experience
gonna get
moment
pushed
though
off the
for
line,
Berserks
doesn't
just staying
deal
calm.
with the Prowler, doesn't want to reveal that he has a judge once again. Boom have taken a main, pushed Soldan back. It's a different wall this time.
This is a giant
Towards
rounds.
front side of B instead of across
This is pretty
A.
much it.
That could allow Boom
Yeah,
to give
yeah.
it back to B in the mid round.
Trying to keep their options open, right? But Riddle Order, they've got to adapt around this.
They push them back off of A once again. Boom retaking that rubble control. In the meantime, though, Riddle Order have taken all of C Mount. They're disrupting front B.
Boom must feel pretty
Boom is gonna have
confident
to
now
use
that
this
Riddle
infill to retake
hasn't
some
really
space,
been
but they've
pushing
got
out
almost
aggressively
nothing
for
left.
space.
No boom
Yeah,
block,
They're
no
willing to give up
prowlers,
this
no
much,
paranoia.
yeah.
They're gonna have to
And
try
you're at the
contact
point where
their
no
way through
one-
the map.
No one wants to make the mistake. Because of
Yeah.
the round.
Down onto
Yeah, that
Kaede,
too.
who is feeling so much pressure in this moment. One kill, perhaps a pick me up, but Berserks denies it outright.
You have to get
Damn,
there. You
we
have
got
the
a crowd
frontline
shot
to set you
mid-round.
up, and he still goes 0 for 1. Riddle Order, they're panicking. They're full rotating over towards the seaside of the map. But Boom are not interested. Straight back towards B. It's an open sight for
That's
them
the
and an
that's the
easy
CEO.
after-plan.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
They went
no.
for the
How is
CEO
Riddle
shot
gonna
midway
take
through.
this?
That's sick.
It's all been blocked off. Angles being marked. Pilski.
Ace has just got to judge. Like, he's got to take this duel in Hobbit Hole with Famous. This could be critical here, and Famous puts him down so easily. They
mean,
just
now
can't
what?
get in.
They got the most important pause.
this
This guy. This guy is just spam. What? What? How? How is every round so close? It looks like it's done, and then Jojo gets 2 kills every time. Smoke goes down. Oh my god.
The stinger.
They were down and out, Quack. 3-9 at the half. This attacking half has
Damn,
been
bro.
incredible. Boom needed the energy of the crowd. Very slow to start here. inconsistent.
Guys, got to be a
all
good
tournament
timeout.
long, but they are
2
making it
chances.
happen.
Everyone's sitting at like 3-1 money
It's
wise.
the energy, and they are feeding off of it, Pilsky.
Thank you for that.
Match
Okay, there we
point.
go. We got a proper one.
Next map, it's gonna be Boom's pick. They're
Yeah.
feeling a lot of heat. The timeout. Hopefully
Dude, he had so
things
much time.
off a
He
little.
could have
Riddle
gone for
Order,
it.
this defense has been very questionable, unfortunately. This is where you're looking at them.
Dude, what a
flipping
map this has
Lotus as
been.
a pick heading into this series. From
This is
Challengers
lower
Japan,
bracket, right? This is the
maybe
LM
they
one.
don't have the
Holy.
reps in officials. Maybe they don't have the consistency that they need on this map. And the same thing can be said about the next map. Abyss, they've never played an official on it. That's going to be do or die for them.
This
If they
guy
can't
is
bring this back into
vibing
OT,
so
that is
heavy.
an incredible amount of pressure for such a young
Yeah,
team.
man,
These
he's having
guys,
the best time.
For the most part, are just rookies. And this is where Soldem, this is where Jojo need to show them the way. They need to show that leadership to the rest of Riddle Order. They need to show them what resilience means.
They've got to show them how they can truly ascend. I mean, you have made it here so far.
I wonder if they're just gonna like. It's a weird timeout because it's like, wait, are they back-to-back timeouts?
Reverse sweep.
They have
That's
50
resilience.
seconds on it.
Getting knocked out in split one.
I still don't know
Challengers
what you
Japan
call
with this
him.
core earlier the year,
Nothing's really been working
before
apart from
picking
their
up Jojo
passive
and
one.
then going on to win the whole thing. That's the kind of resilience
I wonder if you
that Riddle
can
Order
just
needs to
like
summon
play
here.
passive on A and
to
just
bring it
do
back.
the one-way smoke so they can't face rubble
Boom.
and just heavy hold
So
that
much
corner.
support behind them.
I don't really know. The weird
Thinking
comp,
about
they
it,
don't have
though,
too much to
still
work with other than the smokes.
Able to potentially buy back up into the round. Riddle. They're starting to grasp at straws. Both teams.
Okay, they
been
decide to
talking
go
about
aggro A.
inconsistencies. Who's gonna be the first
And
one to
then
find
Boom have
The
just
buy-
called
the
for
buy
a
is not
straight
good.
up
And boom,
all
they've
over
used
towards
the opponent's
B.
timeout against them. They
And we
cleared
just
front
take
B with
space
the
with it
prowler.
after.
In goes the lockdown. And
They gotta
once
respect
again,
this.
Boom, pushing
Everyone
Riddle
far
Order
en-
into a
far enough
situation
away.
that they've lost every single time. When Boom gets into an afterplant, Riddle Order
Fade
cannot
to
reply.
plant, so Fade gets ult.
There
goes the Fade ult. What a kill. Wait, I was gonna say, how did that guy tank all of this? Oh, we said it would have to be a good timeout, but this was really nice from them. Dude, this Jojo on defense, even though they've been kind of wrecked on defense, Jojo's doing a lot of work. Whoa! Bro is tapping them. Wait, that's huge.
Those guns away from them.
Yeah, it's actually
Riddle
huge. They're
Order.
so wrecked money-wise.
It was a beautiful rotation timing. They surround the site. They collapse from all angles with
Wait,
the
it's
breach you
giant.
kill.
What do we
That was
even
a
go
very
for here?
nice
Oh,
retake,
no.
But the economy has been picked clean. by
Man, their
Shiro,
money's so low.
taking
Dude.
absolutely every gun away from them. So they have to again fight for overtime with scraps.
Pilsky. They managed
Dude,
to
those
win
some
that
nice
round
taps at
with
the end
scraps.
here.
If there's
Guardian,
anything that Riddle has
Guardian,
got going for them, it's the fact that they've got
Bucky,
these three ultimates
but
right
we got
now.
a backup
Overshadow
ult.
C. It's gonna be sold out in with the overdrive. He's looking for them, but Boom has him marked. He spotted out that
Yeah,
OD. He wants
and
the
he
ball
can't
back.
send that with the
firing
ult, so the
squad.
ult's gonna
It's
run
an
out, and then he's just
instant
gonna have the Bucky.
Rotation from Boom. They had a set plan. They were thinking about going towards A.
Wait,
They hear
this
that
is nice from
overdrive
this
come
guy.
out. They all sit in spawn.
They
Hands
have
off,
zero map
just
control.
waiting, anticipating Riddle
We gotta-
to overextend,
we might have to
get
keep
back
an eye
under
on
the
this.
pressure. Riddle
It
Order,
might be a
they've
time
got a
one.
lot of map control. They're in
It's very
forward
hard for them to
positions, but
actually like
this
take
is
a lot of
where
spaces
this
back. This is nice. They
composition
take
does its
early
best
C.
work. Haunt re-clears paint shells. Haunt re-clears C mount. The jump spot on the raise. And Boom are starting to slow
Yeah, and they're
this
still
one
holding
down.
over towards A, so they go for a
They've won
2-2.
out that exchange in resources, Pilsky. Yes, they've got a lot of space that
They
need to
still
clear
have
back out,
Fatal.
but They've got that firepower, so feeling a little bit
Both
confident.
teams have Fatal.
Timer is really starting to tick down here. Nightfall is going to spot at least 2 players on C.
Okay,
Boom
so,
doesn't
so
like
that
the
hits
sound of
2. That pulls the
Ace
Fatal
now, over
out.
on the
They
other side of
omen
the
all
map,
into
which is
heaven,
absolutely
and they have
key
no
here.
idea
Step
he's
up
here.
Once again for Riddle Order.
And look at
They
Sispy on
they
the
omen
map,
all
too.
into heaven,
Out the reactions,
and
look
they
at
still
Ace.
have no
He's got the
idea.
angle.
And this guy's
They
gonna
get
kill
that
the
one at
breach, and then they go
very
back,
least.
right?
On towards Yatska.
Are they
20,
gonna go
25?
back?
Oh
There's
god, they
20 seconds.
hesitated. They
have
can't
to
go.
commit
They
to
gotta
A
they
here.
gotta hit
Carnage
A.
Still on the side, but look at the rotations. Soldem
They think they're
and
going
Jojo
C.
completely out of position. He's all on his own.
He's trying to hold it. He managed to
Clove ult
avoid
as
that
well.
launch. Stays tucked away. Good headshot into Famous.
10
seconds left.
Yeah, he can
And
clove ult.
Slasher's looking for him.
Okay,
He's
enough
not there
pressure.
yet. He's coming back into the round and sold them in with the Funky. Unfortunately, not quite the
Oh,
pressure he needs, but
The
it's gonna be
Clove is
Kaide.
doing
Good
so
double,
much.
and he might
Smoke.
just be able to do it.
Stick.
One more kill for the overtime, and Zesty wants to deny that out.
That's crazy.
Ballsy TP into the smoke, and Jojo
No
just
way.
pops
What a
it.
round.
We are
Dude,
going
what a game
to
this is. This one's
overtime.
mental.
Tide stepping up again for Riddle Order. We've talked about it this whole tournament.
Ah,
long.
dude, it was
These
spammable for
rookies
him, and he
have
went
come
for the
up clutch
TP play.
time and
That's
time
how you
again
can
for
tell they're
Riddle Order.
nervous.
Ace is having a great game so far. Started to
Yeah, dude,
definitely
they had to
slow down
insta
in
go
that
back
second
once
half.
this guy, because there was 24
Tide
seconds.
alone on the
That's
site.
fine
Riddle
to do
Order
that
had a
run.
complete misread on that round, but that's where one individual is able to
Bro,
hold
that
on
was
long enough.
intense.
That's where the not dead get the clove
That
ultimate.
was
And the
intense.
position on
No, I
that
was
site
just
makes all
laughing
the
because
difference for
the
Riddle
Korean
Order to
casters
stay
just
alive
like they
here.
paused, they didn't know what to
Such
say,
a
and then they were just like
fantastic
arigato.
job.
Seen says peace.
Keeping himself
Jumped
away.
in
Tide
there.
now. Trying to catch
Man,
Oh
that was
man,
awesome.
that was insane.
Yeah.
Dude, big timeout
This
as
is where
well
Riddle
at
Order,
a 10-2.
they were dominating on attack.
They've only
Yeah.
got one
Have
round
been
on
really,
defense, and then
really
he gets
good on
double.
attack so far.
Big.
Riddle Order.
And then now they get their own Odin out.
And if they can, they've taken a little bit of damage on a couple of players.
I mean, honestly, this guy's been
low,
getting
but
Odin out all the
they've
time.
taken the rubble control nonetheless. Haunt goes forward, but instantly dealt with. Riddle Order does not want to lose a player to the Odin spam.
Far so good. Or at least they've gotten a little bit more information, but this time, the whole team's together.
Yeah, the Prowlers being exchanged back and forth. Riddle do not want to get caught in this trap. The Paranoia's ready, and Boom pulls the trigger a little early. They don't find anything but Famous. Through the
they're
side
not-
of a smoke,
yeah, I mean,
standing
this
away, is
guy
able to
was
find
spammed
Tide,
low
and
from
Riddle are
the,
now a man down with no
from the
space
Odin
for rubble.
originally
They have
anyway,
no
so
control
kind of just
anywhere
finished them
else
off
on
at
the map.
I think they were like
Berserk's
60
going for a bit of a
HP.
jump spot over on C, still has not been
Which seems
pushed
to
off
impress me
that
the
info
most
line,
in
so
Ascension
Boom
so far.
has
Bro,
no reason to
Simpressa
move an inch.
is just insane.
They're so
They,
comfortable right now, Pilsky. The Prowler might have spun
I
out
wouldn't be
Jojo as well.
surprised if,
Sold them just
again,
something so
if
much.
someone
this is
literally
where
just
someone
said they
for
went
Riddle
to the
has to come
future
up
and
with individual
Simpressa won
abilities
like
in
the
Prowler
second
actually lock
Masters,
on over
I would not be
towards that
surprised.
rebel side. They need a
Like
pick.
with
Soul
how they
has to
played, they
find
look
a pick
so
here.
good.
Will
I
have
know
to
that
be
I know
able to
that's
create
such an
enough pressure
overhype,
for these B players
but
to be
it
able to
wouldn't
find
be the
timing.
maddest thing ever.
With 30 seconds left, is that enough, Pilsky?
Like
Boom.
they're already
They have
good enough for
control
tier
over the
1.
map. They're starting to rotate
High level
back
tier
into the
1.
B site, and they are just looking down these angles. A good little stun again, but Sesame just connects head on. Zoldam's gone. 13 seconds left. It's a desperation play into the C site. The nanoswarms, they go off. Ace fires back, but he's
Okay,
run out
they
of
get
time.
another shot at it.
Juno lands him down.
They get
with a
another shot at
headshot.
this.
Boom. They start out this overtime with a win.
And that's the Boom recipe for success. Famous finding the opening pick, and Shiro and Berserk's locking down the sites. Riddle going absolutely nowhere, and Boom remembering how to play defense the way that it worked well for them previously. Cosmetic stun again onto Zesby, but this is where, if they're putting themselves in an advantageous position, if they just have the right information.
Damn, he's doing it
that's
again.
Where Boom with Berserks and Shiro
He's
in the
trying his
right
best,
positions
man. He
can
came
just
in.
anchor
I mean,
down the
his team is
sides
going to have
with this KJ
100%
Viper
full belief.
So
They got
it's
one
time
round. He
now
calls a timeout. They
for
managed to get
Riddle
2 in a row. Like
to
whatever
be
he
resilient, to
said
once again
did
show us that
magic.
They can push themselves into
he's gonna do it
another
again.
overtime.
I mean, we are seeing.
You think Simpressa
so
is on
much-
par with like mid
so
top
many
tier 1 teams? Yeah.
improvements from
The
both
closest
sides.
we've seen to
Both
like the
teams
guard
definitely
again in
happy.
Ascension,
How
where
does
it's just
Riddle
like, hold
look?
up, this team
Never
could
really
actually
seen
do
much
unreal
from
in tier
Force.
1.
The timeout now, hopefully able to push us into a second overtime. You talked about the information game, and Jojo has been stepping up
Impressor
for
a
the
big org?
team.
I have no
Rough,
idea.
though. I mean,
I have
Boom
no
has been
idea how
really,
big
really
their
good
org
on
is.
attack so far. Riddle Order, they were trying to make whatever they could work with scraps in those last few rounds, and it was working. But the gun rounds were actually not that great for them, to be honest. Boom was doing a really good job of reading them, of just playing
Ask him.
the
I'll
comp
ask
in a
him.
simple fashion,
I'll ask him after the.
clearing out the space.
I don't want to
over on the
ruin.
extremities and
If
getting
it goes to
themselves into
another
close flames. This is where
overtime,
Riddle
I'll
Order,
ask him.
They need a better read. They need to do what SPG was doing, where they're staying active like their comp. Neon Breach, this is such a punchy, fast comp that can just get in there and be able to take space to be
Game
able
fast,
to
yeah.
re-aggress, and they need to be able to have a little bit more chemistry in that regard.
Yeah, but taking a look at that logo
Bro
from,
just leaked all
Fan
of his
Boom, I
pictures.
think. And also
That's
taking
a
look at the
that's an
match so far
absolute
in that
classic.
previous little shot. He's not feeling too happy. It's the opposite.
Bro,
of their
the sheer
logo.
panic on his face was
He needs to find
awesome.
success, but can he do it?
Let's See if he can turn that frown upside down, straight into the B side. Boom, once again, applying a lot of pressure, but they're actually diving straight into Waterfall. You can see Riddle collapsing on the side, but finding absolutely nothing but the spike. NC Slasher's all alone, and the spike's gone down. This is a disaster for Boom.
He gave them a bit of a
Dude, what a weird round this one is. Oh my god, he's just slid through a Viper Molly and killed two. They both sent it through the Viper Molly.
Boom have completely overcooked it. The spike caught in the worst possible position. Ace able to once again apply more pressure. Famous has got him pinned
looks like it
into
might
the
kill.
corner,
Great TP, man. It still goes down, but it's still a great TP.
Now on to the next. It's going to be Zespi, the Lanimal if he is, but sometimes
looks like we go again.
It's a little bit too darn hard. Famous 3 targets to hit, and look at how they are all
well, that one's probably gonna own you. Damn, bro, this game is nuts right now.
Come around the corner, see an absolute
the venue, the venue looks good.
It's all legs and arm of 3 different characters. And
for tier 2, this
you
is
go
nice.
down in a hail of bullets. Riddle order, evening things up now. Both of these teams now starting to fire up on defense a
Imagine you got all
more.
3 because the lineup there. Yeah,
not finding too many
there was a
answers,
chance.
You can see Riddle order, the way that they're playing around that beat pressure, very much thinking about what happened in regulation. Boom needs to show a little bit more depth than that. You know,
the coach is coming in huge right here, I swear.
And then catch the rotations, but that's where I think they got a little bit too tricky and lost control of what
like
was
that timeout
happening.
Again was good here. I mean, I do think the Boom messed up like heavy. Like this guy getting caught out with a spike here is giant. He kind of chilled in that smoke for way too long.
To force things forward.
And he managed to take down at least one. And with
Wait, what is that kill? Wait, that decides the round, is it not?
It's down to Riddle, and they are
and a reposition. Dude, the omens are going above and beyond.
Oh, this position from Zespi could be huge. Dark cover drop, the one way you can't contest that. Riddle order gonna tap their tail between their legs and head back towards that C side of the map. Ace trying to find whatever he can front B, but there's nothing for him there. There's naught but a turret. Boom now just playing the buddy system.
They're scratching their heads, Pilsky. Riddle order. They're thinking about it. 40 seconds left on the clock, so it's not too bad. If they can clear out and buy up some of the rotations back onto the other side, maybe, just maybe.
Wait, does that work?
Still
it's kind of nice, that fade eye.
You can see him waiting around front B. Riddle order still keeping.
What a kill. Dude, again, the omens.
Now into the site. They just bought some of those utilities away. Zespi, though.
Holy hell, this guy.
The third kill. And that's going to be the angle locked down once
again. Okay, but you might have done enough. No? Okay.
Too much pressure.
Jesus.
Wanting to go for those frags,
and they got no more timeouts.
It's going to be Boom with the round win.
It's all the utility timings. They are not letting Riddle order in on these kind of more contact
33
approaches.
to 19, 25 to 19.
Time and time again, walking up in the mains, walking up front B and trying to explode with the breach utility, send the neon out there, but Boom are doing a fantastic job just dropping the dark
crispy
cover,
calm shots,
the
man.
Viper wall out and counter utiling at the right time and just diving forward and segmenting the neon in front of the rest of the team, picking them off. Really, really well worked for Boom, and now moving back onto this attacking side straight away.
Wait, TP'd into the smoke? Oh, he's ready for this. Uh-oh.
The C-mount control works out great for Solem. 2 kills back to back. Kaide trying to fire on through.
How's he getting another one there?
He's been incredibly clutch. Even on
that's wild.
He had a couple of big rounds, but the double aggression front B.
Guy's spinning around.
Riddle, once again, playing these XVXs in the mid to late rounds.
How are these players going to play another game, man?
And we'll go
That's insane, isn't it?
It's nothing but defense.
Dude, they were all struggling for defense
over
rounds, and now they're all winning all the defense rounds.
Had in regulation where it was dominance on the attacking side.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
For sure. 100%.
That was sick.
Watching it, and Riddle, they're trying to go back to their old ways, old methods of contact. It doesn't quite work out.
The sweat on the brow of Kaide there. This game, a lot of pressure.
Ace as well, putting in so much work.
Pushing now. The Killjoy off the line though. Zespi in a bit of a different position to usual, playing behind the Killjoy utilities. A little cheeky. Gonna TP back to the side, see if he can find a better angle of approach for that Paranoia to be deployed and to be able to shut down the execute. Once again, Riddle order After taking
This is
C mount
nice
control,
though.
They're going to work their way back through spawn.
Pressure here, the
See if they
person that
can
clears
keep
and gets
information
info
gain
is over
honest,
towards
because
A.
unless they're able to push
This has a
Slasher
really
off
good
this
chance
line,
of working
you're
right now
still
for
gonna have
Riddle.
the 3 stack towards C.
Still
But it looks like they're gonna be.
slowly creeping up to it. Some of these corners.
There you
Where
go.
does the Omen
Close
go?
smoke being
Yeah,
deployed
dude,
towards
they're
main
gonna
side.
create
The wall
pressure
goes
door and
up.
go
Famous
B.
aggressing in front of it. He's going to be able to jump up on a beautiful timing. Catches Riddle Order completely off guard and drops the spike.
Smoke onto the turret. Did they hear the smoke?
Slides back in
Omen might be
just
able to make
pick
a
it
play.
up.
I
Now
think this
onto the
Omen
other
needs to
side,
send it.
hiding, managing to push all the way up the drop. He tries to find something, but not quite. It's
That was
gonna
a
be
bit too much, but he probably did
With one
enough.
more kill. Famous, he falls. Ace into the B site.
Yeah,
but
this guy
shut
needs to
down
go
by
earlier.
Berserks.
Riddle Order are all over the place right now. And Boom are so on top of these
Oh.
rotations.
Wait, no
Soldier
one's
should
looking
have
at B.
the time to be able to get into
Double.
the B side.
Catch them onto the shorty. Now really coming in.
What?
Goldam trying to stick down the spike plant. He needs that support from his teammate. The C's, it comes out. Relay bolt to push them away. Pops the overdrive, but a little bit
Dude,
too
everyone's
eager.
crazy
He's gonna
nervous,
be
man.
tied
Look
in
at some of the
that
plays.
hole.
Holy hell, 25
Trying
HP,
to
but this
continue
all
on with
melts
that
people.
beam. The Thunder Fingers. Zero.
Damn.
Back away, but
Oh my god, did you see the
Soldan
sigh of
in for
relief
the
on him?
4K clutch.
How did
Holy,
they
he
not
let out
ban
the
a single
biggest
point
sigh
there?
of relief there.
He's made
Because
3 or 4
he
passes.
kind of messed up on
And
the
he's
double
not
kill
copped
here, and
a
then his
single
teammate bailed him
bullet.
out. Dude's
Doing some kind of Neo-esque
3v5
performance,
to win the
just
overtime
contorting his
rounds.
body all kinds of ways with the neon slides. Unbelievable. Needed a heroic
Damn, bro, he got
performance
away
there.
with
Riddle
murder
Order,
on
they
this
were down
round.
and out in that round. Boomer once again controlling
Dude,
things
headsets
really
are
well
falling
on
off the
defense,
coaches.
But that is a hero round for
But
Soldan.
this
And you
also
said
gives
we were
their
looking for
coach
that attacking
a
side round.
timeout,
Riddle
and
Order
I'm
have
pretty sure their
finally
coach has
found it.
been
They
like
put the press
again, we have
back
no
on
idea, but
Boom and
the,
forced out
at least
a
the record
timeout.
after
And
timeouts has
once
been
again,
really
the
good.
fans are trying to get Boom G'd up for this game.
Tell that Boom
This is an
definitely feels
absolute
this
game, by the way. It's unreal.
round now.
It is a game. It is a game of all time.
I have no idea how the Neon managed to win this round. Dude,
Yeah.
when the fact he didn't get that second kill when he slid into B there, I'm just like, what
They need
the?
to go back to what was working.
It was
I mean,
nuts.
Or
it's
find that
it
second
is something.
level
It was a
of depth.
3v5 at its peak as
Tried
well.
to get a little bit
Yeah.
tricky in that last
Still
round
comes
of
back
attack
down to a
overtime and run the
2v2.
front B fake and
If
try to
I'm
route
Boom
into the
here, I'm a
waterfall.
little bit worried about
Tripped over
giving the
themselves,
Riddle
dropping
coach
the
a
spike
timeout.
front B.
Just because of his
I think-
performance at the moment.
Quite
Like
honestly,
every time they've
what
had a
worked for
timeout,
Boom
they've won the
very,
round
very
after,
well
I
on their
think.
attacking
Or
side
at least near
was
the
doing
end,
the
like in the
basics
most
right
important
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
And not trying to
Yeah,
overcomplicate
generally his
too
timeouts
much.
have, I think,
Do
always
not
been
let
good in
Bro
other
cook.
matches.
Yeah.
Okay, just throw out the prowlers, take the C-mount control, and get into the site.
Yeah.
Maybe this man has a few words for them, a little piece of advice here, throw some experience
Oh,
their
wow.
way.
No, that's.
And bro doesn't want to be on the camera.
He's shaking his head extra.
XQH just like, nope,
I mean,
get me off.
how do you play against this? There's just so much support for them. So many stars in the crowd. Not just Execute, saw a couple of others as well. But like you mentioned,
Dude, none of them
sometimes
want to be
when
on
they
the
try to
camera.
look a little bit too much, Pilski. It just goes haywire. You need to bring it back.
Yeah, back to what was working for them. A main control, Berserk's left behind front B, but he might have some trouble on his hands here.
Little bit of a contact setup from Riddle. Words pillars now and Soldan
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
hunting in for that kill.
Wait, he got
Berserk
one.
manages to hold his own.
33 HP?
Looking for the next as well. The
Okay,
fault line
dude, the
comes out.
stun
On
just
the other side of the map
just
there,
got him
applying
on the
pressure.
edge of
Ace,
it.
He's going to forfeit the site though. He's going to play
Insta
the
hit
numbers
over
in the
towards
forward
A. We're
forward.
gonna have to see a
If he can
4v4
catch
re-
someone in transition, but
4v3
Famous,
retake.
That is a round-changing frag to keep Boom alive here.
Great impact. Paint shells as well, so he has a little bit more space along with this one-way. The spike is under.
Yeah, I'm
their
surprised the
control.
Omen swung that.
Awkward approach. They need to be able to break back in however they can, but contacting through a one-way ain't it.
Oh, Jojo. He's looking to set it up with the haunt. Manages to throw it
Oh,
just in
it's
the
nice
right
with the
spot.
fade eye. Breach damage
Throws off
pushes the
Famous
guy off the
crosshair.
angle as
Now
well. What a
Ascension trying to
shot.
hold the angle, but quick peeks
Odin?
from Jojo all down the NC Slasher and Shiro up to the other side. Spots out the barrel. Comes in for the strike.
Guy's really good with the Odin, man.
But Shiro swings out from an
This guy is actually a
unexpected
beast with the
angle,
Odin.
forcing us into yet another overtime.
Shiro giving Boom that stability, that consistency, providing that veteran presence that's
Dude, and
needed
now they
coming
both win their
through in
attack
the late
rounds.
round in the XVXs
It's
and the
sick.
clutch. Once again,
This is just the first map, Pilski.
I mean, Riddle, I'm surprised they even made that round that competitive. It was a one-dimensional approach, trying to force their way through a one-way up into heaven, just throwing a haunt at the ground. Sometimes it's all that takes to break through.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strong overwhelm.
It is just so much energy, and we go again. Riddle on the attack.
But they decide to get the op out.
While applying pressure to
This is something completely new. We got the op, we got the Odin.
Focus on the extremities.
Is he just going to late peek this
A 2-3
with a
setup,
Prowler?
no one on B, just Timmy the turret keeping an
Yeah,
eye
nice.
out.
Just not
The
expecting
famous
it.
Whipping out the operator.
It was a
That's
cool
not
change-up.
something that Riddle Order have seen before, and it's definitely not something they were ready for.
Switching things up. Now they know, and they are turning away from it. Pilski into the B side. Kaide, he throws it out.
Oh,
Paranoia
this-
from Ace as well. The two controllers.
the Clove,
finding
don't do
control
it. Don't do
over
it,
the
Clove.
site. Yatsuka has managed to find his way in.
Okay.
Boots down on B.
Hey, with the stun.
Along with
That
it,
was cool.
potentially the spike as well, but Famous able to take down JoJo.
Dude, Shiro's just run through the spawn smoke, killed the planter, and got back out of there.
It's all down to Ace, and he's surrounded Berserk.
That was pretty bold from him. But I think
That
it
was
was
the
like
change-up they
relatively
needed.
smart because there was
Famous
pressure over towards
opening
Hobbit,
up
and then
that
they knew that
round
someone was running over
with
towards
2 off
heaven.
kills.
But I think he actually knew where everyone was.
Just one more round for Boom.
That's all they need.
This guy's got the
Back onto
attack
this
Odin
attacking
again.
side.
This guy's been a monster with the Odin, man.
You can hear the crowd rallying behind them, hungry for
Yeah,
blood.
that. Just no one even to trade
Wanting
this. Like,
Boom
he's
to
ready
get
for
across
someone
the
to swing
finish
off of it.
line.
There's no one
It's been a
there.
long road back into this game from a 3-9 deficit. And all they need is this one more attacking round. They wipe the floor with Riddle Order on that defense. Just in that last round. Once again, it's back to the patient, measured approach. Prowler going forth. Ball goes up from Shiro. Haunt forward. But in the off angle, this is where Ace
Huge
is once
opener.
again making the difference from Riddle Order.
Wow, look at the confidence of
Great
this guy.
adjustments. They are
First
not
contact.
backing down. Riddle.
First contact Omen
Boom wants
clears
to fight
all
there.
of
Happy to
A.
give it to him.
He's going to clear this up. They're going to
Unbelievable
Prowler this,
info.
and with the info,
Once again,
Neon can
being
just
aware that
rotate.
Berserk's time and time again continues to lurk through front B. But
Yeah,
Riddle
and as
Order,
soon as they hear the Prowler
with
to go
Ace
through
finding
this, that means
peak,
that we're
they've
going to
cleared out
shift as
Shiro.
well.
They know that there's going to be no presence
Right?
towards
We're
A.
going to shift.
They're
Yeah,
quite
there we
happy
go.
to drop him off. Drop Ace
Especially as
off
the
over
fade eye
towards
goes
bubble
towards here and
rotate
clears this.
heavily
So
towards
if you're
B and
Boom
C,
right
and
now
they're
with this
completely
info,
in
you probably
position.
fake a
It's
C
Kaide as
into
well.
open door hit B. That's
Getting
the right
information
call
for Riddle in this
because this
moment.
got cleared.
Boom,
Honestly,
they
looks
are
like they might
setting
do
up
it.
for But also thinking about the rotations, Riddle, they've spread themselves across the map.
30 seconds. They've got to force things through the smoke here, Quack.
They went for the fake B into C push. Honestly, not
He's
too
been
bad.
caught. It's down to Soldan. Slides in
Lunatic.
with the relay, takes down NC Slasher, but look at Boom. All extremities covered.
Oh, on the off angle though, JoJo trying to break
The
back
calling
into the
here, no
side.
matter what,
Spike still
though.
on the deck, it's a double peak. They're able to trade that important
Keep an eye on the
kill.
time.
Ace locked behind the door. They need to get the
Oh, he
spike
didn't pick up
here.
the spike.
Seconds, and
Oh,
Ace, he takes down
man.
yet another
30
frag.
HP.
Even with
He gets
the spike
Razor.
plant, Ace has an
Showstopper.
opportunity to sneak through.
And he knows he's
Showstopper
30
available
HP.
for
Look how he's
Famous, and
playing.
he pops it. Looks for the
Damn, what a rounds, dude. What a round. This was sick. What a game. It was awesome though, the fact that B got cleared and then they opened door to create the pressure there as well, and they had the luck to go through. Like the
What a
ideal
game,
handled it well.
man.
Oh man, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was
man.
nutty.
Boom.
That was
What a
nutty.
resurgence. What